If you're born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, it's your mistake. Bill Gates. Hey hustlers, welcome to the Hustle Show episode 0. This is where it all goes down. This is the very first episode ever. My name is Christian Ariola and I am the host of the Hustle Show, where we are going to have amazing, real, no filter conversations with successful entrepreneurs and to share their hustler stories with you so that I can motivate you to take action whatever idea you have. On this episode, we're gonna go over why I started the Hustle Show, what's behind this super big project, and who am I? Why am I on this mic right now? Why am I talking to you and why are you listening to me? First of all, let me thank you. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes off your day to listen to me, to listen to my message, to join our Hustle Show. I just want to say that I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be in front of you. Either you are watching this in our YouTube channel or our podcast. I just want to begin saying thank you. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be in front of you and to share amazing hustling entrepreneurial stories. So what is the Hustle Show about? The Hustle Show is going to be a YouTube and podcast show. Every Monday and Thursday, we're going to be sharing amazing conversations with entrepreneurs. And we're going to go over the things that real matter in entrepreneurship. You know, it's a lot of people will say, well, I started a business and, I started this day and all of a sudden I started selling $2 million. Well, yeah, but what happened in the middle, right? For me, it's more inspirational to hear the middle part, the nitty gritty, the whatever you want to call it. I want to hear all the struggles that you went through. I want to hear how you were able to overcome the emotional distress that an entrepreneur goes through, because I am an entrepreneur and I've been through this emotional roller coaster where one day you feel on top of the world, but the very next day you are about and ready to quit. And because I keep hearing all these success stories, I started asking myself, am I the only one that struggles? Am I the only one that did not have that overnight success? Because it's taking me many years to learn, to master my craft, to keep on pushing and hustling. On social media, all I see is all the Facebook ad experts selling courses, the 3-step to $1 million or the 10K a month marketing agency in 30 days. I'm seeing all this content out there that, it is useful and I'm happy that people are putting it together and everything, but I'm not seeing that push. I'm not hearing those struggle stories that I really resonate with. And because I want to share all those stories with you to show you that not only is entrepreneurship hard, but so that we can prepare you to what's coming. If you're even starting to think on ways to quit your 9-to-5, or you're already running a successful business, but you're still not where you want to be, whatever your situation is, I feel like you're going to resonate with all the success stories that we're going to be sharing. We're going to talk to inspirational and successful entrepreneurs about the struggles, all the stories that they had, all the stories that they went through. And the reason why I started the Hustle Show, it's actually it's a funny story. So it all began with a chat that I had with my fiance, trying to find myself, trying to find a passion that I had. And for many years, I've been an entrepreneur and I've been starting different businesses in different industries, but it's always been going after the money and going after the trends and trying to find niches where I can make more money. And every business decision that I've taken is based on income. It's based on basically what's going to sell better. How can I market this better? It's always been after generating more revenue and generating more income, which, everybody is different. If that makes you happy, go for it. Be my guest. I'm all for it. But in my case, to me, going after the money, it's like, for me, it was like running in circles, because I wanted money and I would get it, but I wanted more, so I would go get it. And then I wanted more, so I would get it. It was all about that and not about my true happiness. It was not about a true passion that I had. The show came right after I went to San Francisco by myself, driving from El Paso, Texas. It's actually a 17-hour drive, so it was a pretty long road trip. But while I was there, I kept blogging. I was on my own out there, and I just had my camera in my hand, and I was just talking and giving inspiration to whoever was going to see the video. I didn't even know if I was going to post them online or not, but I still recorded them, and I still took I've never blogged before on a video or anything like that. So it was scary. And even though it wasn't live or anything, it was recorded, it was scary for me to put my thoughts and put myself out there. Because one of the biggest fears that we have is, what is everybody going to think about me? And that's probably one of the things that it always stopped me to create something like this, like a show, a podcast, a YouTube channel. I've always been afraid of what is people going to think about me. So I never really gave it a thought. Not that I would say no, but I just never thought about it seriously, about starting a show or anything like that. And to be very, very honest with you, this is actually a retake. This is the second time I record this episode, and let me tell you why. When I recorded it the first time, at the end, I felt awesome. I felt like I nailed it. I felt like it was a really great way to share my story and all what I've done. So I started interviewing people, and I started talking to them. And I noticed that my skills on the microphone and on the camera improved. We're talking about in a few days, it improved drastically, okay? So when I was about to post episode 0, which is what you're listening or watching right now, I went like, what is this? This is not worth your time. It's not worth putting it out there and wasting your time, to be honest with you. I felt good when I did it. That was my skill set when I began recording this episode. But after we've done 5 interviews already at this very moment, right now it's 12 at night, so it's midnight, and I'm still here hustling, recording this video. Actually, I'm at my green tea business where we have a physical store. That's why if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, before you ever post any comments in our videos, why do I have some green leaves on the background here behind me? Is because this is my little studio for my green tea company, where I would be making some YouTube videos on how to make teas and stuff, and what was the best theme for the studio was to have leaves in the back. This is actually how the front of the store looks. So if you're listening to this I suggest you go and check out the video version of this episode at thehustleshow.co, thehustleshow.co, and you're gonna see my weird looking background, which is very unique, and that's why I had it for the green tea company. But because it's already up there, it's already up and running, it's like, let's just start recording. We don't need fancy studio with chairs or sofas or anything like that. So that's why you're seeing this background. Anyway, so what are you going to expect from the Hustle Show? What you're going to see is, first of all, you're going to see a video experience in our YouTube channel, and you're going to be able to hear it in our audio experience podcast on your favorite podcast player. And every episode is going to be a conversation with successful entrepreneurs, both online and offline. It doesn't matter how much money they make, and it doesn't matter what they do. I'm looking to share hustling stories of how they were able to struggle for whatever amount of time, but yet they were still able to succeed and to do what they love with passion. And on top of that, to be able to monetize and live off of it and just go full time on their dreams and build their empire and build whatever dream they had. And that's exactly what the Hustle Show is all about. So now that you know what to expect from the Hustle Show and what is it going to be about, and what are you going to be seeing and hearing from all these episodes that we're going to be working on, let me talk to you a little bit about myself. My name is Christian Arriola, and I was born and raised in Mexico, in Ciudad Juarez, right across from El Paso, Texas. I lived there for almost all my entire life until I moved to the US for college. I came to El Paso, Texas, where I've been living for 7 years now. And I did went to college. I graduated with a marketing degree in IT. And I feel like I almost went to college just to make my parents happy, because I never ever felt like I was learning anything. I've always had entrepreneurial tendencies. Actually, since I was 8 years old, I started selling ice sticks in front of my house I would buy them for a nickel downtown Juarez, and I would sell them for $1. So I was probably making a couple $100s when I was 8 years old, and I truly felt rich. I think that was the first entrepreneurial moment that I felt that I had something in me that could learn how to monetize on products and how to resell. And that was the aha moment, the very first aha moment I had in my life that turned that entrepreneurial switch on, and that I can literally say that it changed my life, because ever since that moment that I started selling those ice sticks, I literally try to sell everything I can. I've sold cell phones, computers. I even had a little mini cupcake shop on the go from farmers market and catering for events and things like that. And then move on to starting a digital web design and SEO firm where we were doing websites for other business owners and entrepreneurs. And then from there, I started into e-commerce and started developing more skills as far as how to target, how to build amazing websites that would sell immediately to people, that would create instant trust on the customer. And so I had different e-commerce stores as well, ranging anywhere from clothing, accessories. I even had one for lingerie, which was probably one of the most successful. Right until I started Lively Matcha, which is my green tea company. Lively Matcha started as an e-commerce store. My plan was to sell and distribute the green tea, probably do some wholesale, but that was the plan. So it was until August 2016 that I took that leap of faith. And I actually quit my job, my full-time job that I had at the moment, to go and figure out on my own what the green tea was all about. I had this gut feeling that Lively Matcha could really take off and could build into something bigger. So I quit my job without any plans, without any money, any savings. I probably had enough savings to survive for 2 months only. That was it. That's all I had. My last day was on a Friday, and on Monday morning, I was already knocking on doors trying to get my green tea to coffee shops, restaurants, ice cream shops, anywhere I could get their hands on. Long story short, within 2 or 3 weeks, and a crazy idea came into my mind. Is like, what if we open a physical store with the tea? Of course, it's no brainer, but like I said, I had no funds. Now that I didn't have a job, I couldn't even apply for a loan. So that's when it got interesting. Up to this day, I cannot explain how it happened, but all of a sudden, all these opportunities started to open. I got the opportunity in a mall to lease a space. It's actually a pretty big space that I had to cut down because we didn't need that much space. But I got the opportunity, I got the lease, I got approved. So once I got approved, it's like, well, how am I going to fund this business? How am I going to build a physical store, building, getting the product, hiring employees? How am I going to do all this if I had no money? So all of a sudden, I kid you not, within 3 days, opportunities just started coming up, different capital opportunities. And within 3 days, I raised $36,000, which I ended up using to build an amazing and incredible company that we started between my fiance and I. And we both run the company right now. And thank God that we took that leap of faith and we're doing pretty well here. But like I said before, there's days that we do amazing. There's days that we do horrible, that we feel like we should be quitting, or we feel that uncertainty that maybe we should just close the door and just go do something else. And then the next day again, we are killing it and we're crushing it. And it's this uncertainty, this feeling, this emotional wreckness that I feel as an entrepreneur that gave me that push to start this show and sharing my message and other entrepreneurial stories, because I want you to see that entrepreneurship is not all glamorous. It's not all about the big house, the big cars, the money in the bank. It's not all about that. For me, entrepreneurship is freedom to do whatever you want in your own terms and just be happy. Be as happy as you can be. Enjoy your life as much as you can, and basically just live every day as if it were your last. Because one thing I can say to you is, what if you die tomorrow? What would you regret if you were to die tomorrow? Honestly, I want you to think about this question that I'm making you right now, because you don't know how much longer you have. You don't know. I'm not being negative or anything. But the one thing that we know for sure is that we all gonna die. So every morning when I wake up, this is the very first thing that I think about. What if I die tomorrow? Well, I have to enjoy today. I gotta do everything I need to do today so that I can die in peace tomorrow and not have a single regret. Time flies, guys. Time flies. And I don't know how old you are. I don't know what your situation is or anything like that. Hopefully soon I can get to know you a little better. But one thing I can tell you is that time is moving. You're getting older. And if you're waiting for that perfect moment, you're waiting for that perfect idea, let me tell you, it will never get here. It will never come. There will never be the right moment to start a business. There will never be a right moment to quit your job and go entrepreneurship full time. There will never be that perfect idea that you think that is going to be a success. It's never going to happen. You have to create your own opportunity. You have to create your own success. You have to go out there, hustle, do everything you need to do to succeed. Just by watching and buying expensive courses and reading books and doing whatever thing you're doing, trying to figure it out how to succeed, that's not going to make you successful. Success comes after working hard, putting all the passion and all you've got, putting it into work, putting it into monetizing your passion, putting it into a business, putting it into whatever you like to do. That's what success is all about. And it all comes down to how do you define success, right? Because that's reality. Success for me is very different to what it looks for you. See, for example, I'm doing this show, right? I'm taking the leap of faith. And even though I'm afraid and I'm scared and I'm putting myself out there, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone because I've never done anything like this. I've never been actually, not even in TV, never interviewed anybody before. I've never blogged before. I've never written a blog post. I've never done anything to put myself out there online as far as being the front of the image. Because in all my e-commerce stores, I've always been behind the scenes. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows who I am. I don't talk to anybody. And I'm just running the marketing behind the scenes. But in this case, I'm talking to successful entrepreneurs. You're watching me. You're hearing me. I'm basically the entire image of this show. So I'm definitely stepping out of my comfort zone. And I know I'm going to start getting some nasty emails and nasty comments. I don't really care, guys, because I do love what I do. I really enjoy doing this and I really love doing this. And that's the number one reason why I started this, because it makes me happy. And from this day forward, I'm going to do only things that are going to make me happy no matter what. It doesn't matter how much money it makes. It doesn't matter anything. The only thing that matters is that it's going to make me happy and that I'm going to live my life on my own terms. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I wanted to get on camera, talk to other people, get to know other people. I want to share my story, share others' story. But my number one passion and the number one reason why I'm doing this show is because of you. Because it took courage for me to quit my job, and it took everything I got to take that leap of faith. And it was nerve-wracking. It was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, but yet it's been the most rewarding thing I ever done in my life. And if this is the feeling that I have right now, and if you're not happy with what you're doing right now, I want to provide to you that support, that you're not alone. Okay, so if you have entrepreneurial tendencies, even if you're still an employee, start that side hustle. Start your little business on the side, on the evening, on the weekends, whatever it is, start it now. Okay, don't wait until next year that things get a little slower at work and you get a little bit more free time, because I swear to you that day will never come. So if I can reach one person with this show and change their life and inspire them to go after their dreams, go after their happiness, and go after fulfilling their life, that's going to make me as happy as it can be. There's seriously no money you can give me that is going to make me as happy as motivating somebody to take action and to go towards their dreams and to go build their empire, or whatever your dream is. I'm going to be very honored when you send that email to me and you say, hey, Christian, I just quit my job and it was all thanks to you and the Hustle Show. And thank you so much. I'll keep you posted. I'm eagerly waiting to launch the show already so that I can start getting those emails. Honestly, that's the only thing I'm looking for from this show. To motivate other people, to help them, to get them through the struggles, to get them through the hustling and through all the craziness of business, both online and offline. And all this, everything related to the Hustle Show is going to be posted in our website at thehustleshow.co. We're going to have show notes. We're going to have links to all our entrepreneurial guests. We're going to have freebies. We're going to start building free courses for you. We're going to start creating motivational content. And both of our YouTube videos and our podcast episodes are going to be posted in our website. So that's going to be the best way for you to find them. And we're also going to have our Hustlers book club where you're going to be able to join for free and just check out the best motivational entrepreneurial books, my favorite ones and whatever. And if you feel like we're missing one, make sure you recommend for us. We'll go over it, we'll read it, and we'll post what we think about it too. So the Hustle Show is not only going to be a show, it's going to be an amazing and incredible entrepreneurial community where we're going to be able to share stories. And I want you to see the real picture of entrepreneurship. I want you to believe in yourself, and I want you to learn from people's mistakes. You're going to know that whatever you're going to do is going to be hard, but you're not alone. You can always reach out to me. You can always reach out to anybody that is going to be on this show. And hopefully we are able to create a big enough community that everybody can support each other and that we can create that connection between everybody, because that's what I want. I hope this inspires you to hit that subscribe button, join the Hustle Show community, and you start listening to every episode that we will be starting to create. I already know we've done the first 5 episodes already, and they're going to be amazing. I kid you not, they're going to be amazing stories, amazing hustling stories, just like what I had in mind, just like the ones I was picturing it, that I had to share with you, how people get fired all the time and how they're able to turn their lives around just by creating an online business, or how by suffering from probably the most traumatic and the most horrible situation in your life, that you can turn it around and turn it into a passion and turn it into a business. Those are the hustler stories that are priceless, that will get you motivated and that will provide that emotional support that you need to take action. So without further ado, thank you so much. If you're still listening to me and if you haven't hit that stop button and you're still with me here, thank you. Thank you. I am very grateful that you gave me the opportunity to listen to me today, and I hope you will continue to do it. You will continue to give me the opportunity to listen to all our episodes, both on our YouTube video experience and our audio podcast experience. I truly hope that this is going to help you get to wherever you want to go and to motivate you to do whatever you want to do. Okay? Keep hustling.
Guys, thanks so much for tuning in to the Hustle Show audio experience. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And even if you didn't, make sure you subscribe to the podcast right now. It's still free. Visit thehustleshow.co for all the show notes and to watch the video experience of this episode. We'll see you soon.